the opportunity to speak if they would like. Representing, oh, excuse me one second. We also have Krista Romero from Liz Morel's office. We have the clerk of court, Greg Oquan, and anyone, if I missed any of our other officials or dignitaries, would you please stand to be recognized? All right. I'd like to thank all of, oh, and we also have Mr. Tyrone Glover. We thank you all for coming with us today. Up next, we would like to give Ocean St. Mary a chance to welcome you all. Representing Ocean St. Mary is our board member, Ms. Roxana Bain. Please come up.
Good morning. Thank you, Holden, for allowing me the opportunity to speak here this morning. A little unprepared, so please bear with me. I do just want to have a small conversation just to recognize a few of our team members that are here from Ochsner St. Mary. Well, I'm the Director of Hospital Operations at Ochsner. We have Evan. Evan is over our nursing units at our hospital. We have Sharon. Sharon's our Director of Nursing. And we have Raymond Pisani. And Raymond is over our wound care, respiratory department. And I'm sure many of you have probably met Raymond and some of our others that work at the hospital and represent us. Just kind of want to give some updates for a few events that we have going on at our hospital. Today, actually, Dewan Navarre, who is our community outreach coordinator, she is hosting an event at Conrad Industries, and this is a wellness event. So they're doing blood pressure screenings and giving out information pertaining to our hospital there. On March the 21st, we have a Teen Wellness Day with our St. Mary Youth Coalition. That will be held in Franklin. On March the 26th, we have an Allied Health Experience. That's where we have several teams come in from from our community, and they visit the different departments, such as our ancillary departments and nursing departments, and they learn a little bit more about what we actually do in those departments and in healthcare. And on March the 28th, we have partnering with Pedersen Civic Organization, and that's with our Easter egg hunt that we'll have at Ochsner St. Mary. And then there's a Positive Restoration presents free community feeding for mental health and healthcare. We're actually helping to partner with them, and that will be on April the 4th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. At 336 Rand Street in Morgan City. So we're helping to partner with them. So thank you.
Thank you. Once again, thank you, Roxy, and thank you, Ocean St. Mary, for supporting us. Up next, we have Ms. Laura Meadows with Senator Allen's office, another board member. So I ask her to come up at this time.
Good morning, everyone. For those of y'all that don't know me, I'm Laura Meadows. I'm with Senator Allen's office. Obviously, I am not the senator, but I am his right hand. And so just to give you a little bit about what we do and who we serve, we are Senate District 21. Senate District 21, in case you don't know, encompasses 6 parishes. And we encompass, or we try to help every entity within that parish. So if you look at it and you take one parish, you're talking about parish government, every city, every town, every village, every single purpose entity like drainage districts, hospital districts, sewer, water, all those districts, rec districts. And what we do is and on top of that, we have 130,000 constituents. So what we do, or our job, is to serve and try to help every single one of those entities or individuals that need help. And the Crazy Train, as I call it, session starts on the 9th, which is the week after next. So Robert has a one-way ticket to Baton Rouge. I stay home. I handle the local district. But Senator Allen will take a ticket on the Crazy Train, as I call it, and he will be there till June. and we are ready. We have everything in order. We have been working hard the past couple of months to try to get everything ready, and wish us well, because session is a pull and tug kind of thing. It depends on what's going on with the state. So we have a senator that is capable and ready to handle whatever needs to be done for SD 21. Our goal is always to come back better than when we left earlier the year. So thank you. God bless.
Thank you to our sponsors for your continued support of the Chamber. Without further ado, we will begin our updates from around the parish, with each mayor and chairman or representative having 6 minutes. 6 minutes of allotted time. Speakers, when you speak, each 2 minutes, our lovely President Beth will hold up a sign. She's playing Vanna White today. Then again, at 1 minute and at 30 seconds, so you can close. To our audience, we ask that you please hold your questions until all speakers have had the chance at the podium. Now, I would like to introduce our first guest speaker this morning, the Mayor of Morgan City, Mr. Lee Dragna.
Holden's kind of short, so let me get
Hey, watch.
I want to thank the chamber, Holden. I want to thank the chamber for inviting me, and thank everybody for coming out tonight. This morning. Tonight, last night was rough. First I wanted to say, because it's not on here, we have our new website up and running. It's amazing. I think everybody should go look at it. City of Morgan City, www.cityofmc.com. We can do everything now online, every single thing. So, without further ado, things happening in Morgan City. Our gas grant, $7 million gas grant we got with zero match. Engineering is complete. It went out for bid. We're opening the bids today. So what that'll do, that'll allow us to start giving permits for new generators. Everybody wants a generator. We just can't do it right now because our infrastructure can't handle it. New pool. We had $1 million donated. We had $2 million donated from families of this area. Donated to us from multiple families. $1 million of it goes to the new pool. The new pool will be open on the bids for the new pool will be open on March the 9th. It's an 8-lane pool, so it's able to have tournaments at it for the schools. Free swim. It's going to have the shallow area for kids with slides. So it's going to be really nice when we get done with that. The pool is just part of a greater vision of a complete complex. You know, we have a complex over there. We have 2 parks, we need 3, so you can have tournaments. We have 8 tennis courts that we're going to be revamping so you can have tournaments. We have a pool, so you can have tournaments. We're also taking that extra money that we got donated and using it for match for capital outlay, which we've been having in capital outlay for a while, for a wellness center. And in that wellness center, we'll have multiple multiple basketball courts that could be multiple volleyball courts, again, to have tournaments. We have 9 hotels in Morgan City. We need to utilize them on the weekends more than we are now. Sewer valve replacement, they need to be done for a long time. Bids came in at $515,000. We approved it last night at the meeting. That'll allow us to segregate the city so our guys don't have to work broken sewer lines live with sewer coming out of them while they're working on them. Lake End Park, the biggest thing going on right now. Superior Park and Amphitheater, we received from the federal government $1.8 million grant with no match for phase 1, which is under engineering right now. Also, we have a new marina coming up. In the summertime, it's a little rough right now to have equipment in the lake. To do that, we have new beach volleyball courts, which will foster beach volleyball tournaments. Our pavilion was closed in and modernized, and now it's a new place for people that can rent or a place to go have birthday parties and so on. We went from 20-something long-term sites to over 90 long-term sites at our Lincoln Park due to the extreme workload in this area right now. And they're all full and there's a waiting list. And it's not just for workers, it's for family members, family people too that just want to live on the lake for cheap. There's plenty more to come there. Before anybody asks, I don't know anything about the bridge. Nothing. Every time I ask a question, it changes. So, new mausoleum's gonna be starting soon at our graveyard. We started engineering on the Shannon School for a charter school, which we should be able to go out to bid with next month. We're finishing up on our new water plant. We had to do some upgrades to some filter systems there, which my buddy knows all about.
Yes.
Our pump station situation is being fixed by the Levy District, and I want to thank them very much for running with that situation for the parish. 182 is slated to be resurfaced this year through Morgan City by the state. It's supposed to be going out for bid in June. 9th Street, which is Highway 70, is being reconstructed. It's supposed to go out for bid at the same time if they can get all their permits together. You know, with those two road projects, I see. I want to give a shout out to my friend Jeff Landry because he made that happen. That was like $12 million to restructure those two roads. So that's a big deal in Morgan City. The hospital is looking much better. You know, we passed that, and I want to thank everyone that voted for it to help improve the hospital because much needed, and it's looking much better now. And we just approved last night a $438,000 expenditure to rebuild our Truck 52 ladder truck because new one's $2.7 million. And that's all I have, but I have to run because I got a flight to catch. So I won't be here for question and answers. I guess if anybody got anything, you could ask right quick, I guess. It's okay. Yeah. The pool is going right next to the tennis courts, on the side of the tennis courts.
Great job, Lincoln.
Thank you, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Up next, we have Ms. Melissa Darden, Chairman of the Chittimancha Tribe of Louisiana. Please welcome her at this time.
Good morning. Thank y'all for having me here today. And I always start off by letting everyone know a little bit about the tribe first.
Adjust your mic for you. Here you go. Try that. You can speak.
Better? Okay. We have approximately 1,700 tribal members with approximately 1,000 acres of land. And we are situated here in St. Mary Parish in Sherrington. Of those 1,000 acres, about 450 acres are considered reservation land. The rest is fee land that we purchased back and just situated in St. Mary Parish. We not only serve our tribal members, but we serve all the surrounding community. And that's where a lot of people think that we do things just for us, but we don't, because without the community, we cannot be a reservation or a community ourselves. So we do provide services like we have our paid police department, which they are cross-deputized, so they work on and off reservation. We have our own court system, which we do civil, criminal, and domestic cases. We have a paid fire department, which also serves the surrounding area, not just the reservation. And I always like to point that out because it's a big misconception. People think that we just do for the reservation, and we really don't. We have a recreation department that it serves, of course, the tribe and all the surrounding community, where they offer football, all the I guess, traditional sports for children, and even some adults. We'll have kickball and things like that for the adults. And we've actually outgrown our building, so we're in the design phase right now to build a new recreation department. So that's up and coming. Hopefully within the next few years, we'll see a nice new building out there. I think that's wishful thinking in a few years, but we have an early learning center for ages 6 weeks to 3 years old. And then from there, they go on to the Chitimacha Tribal School. Now, these are for the Early Learning Center. We provide that for tribal members and employees of the tribe. And then the Chitimacha Tribal School, that is for tribal members. And that serves pre-K through 8th. And then after that, they go on to public schools or private schools. We have a River Cane, which is an assistant living center. And then we also have our cultural department with the museum and housing and development department, because, I mean, we do take care of our own roads and things like that on the reservation. And from there, I guess we stretch out after that, and with our development department, I know y'all have heard in the past, if y'all have seen me, we've got this bridge in Sharonton that's out. So it's like our fire department on the other side of the bridge is our responsibility if there's a fire. Well, we got to go to Franklin to come back to Sharonton in order to handle that fire. So we placed the fire truck on that side of the bayou. That way, easy access, and there's a volunteer fireman that lives on that side to take care of things like that, and they can actually get things started while the rest of them are on their way. But we did get a grant from DOTD actually the federal government, for $4.3 million to design a new bridge. We've finally worked out an agreement with the state because we don't own the bridge. It is a state-owned bridge. So we have come to an agreement with the state. They are actually in the design phase. So that is all positive, and hopefully they're saying by October of 2026, this year, we'll have a design completed for our bridge. And then from there, we're going to move on and we'll get the funds to build the bridge. We've been working on a new boat launch on the reservation, which also serves the surrounding community. It's actually now scheduled. We're going to do a ribbon cutting on March 31st. So it's a very nice boat launch. Like I said, it serves the entire community, not just the reservation. Anyone is allowed to go there and put off. We've also had, in the past, y'all heard me mention about a grant that we had received from NOAA, National Ocean and Atmospheric Administration. This was to design a living shoreline out in Cote Blanche Bay. Once again, that's out, but it protects all of us. We got that, we designed it, and now we're in the actual construction phase where they're building this shoreline protection. And it's really neat. I wish I had the pictures to show y'all these big brick round container things that they put out there, and actually I guess things attached to it and live on it, and it protects the shoreline from eroding away. Unfortunately, we don't have a tax base to help out with any of that. We do get grants, and then that's where all of our businesses come into play. And I think everybody knows Cypress Bayou Casino. So that is a major player in all of this. But we also own Raintree Market in Baldwin, and we just opened our second location in Jeanerette. Trying to see what I missed here. But we do Water District. We've also played a major part in the Water District in extending their water line so that we can get fresh water since we've been having very low water. And we've also been a contributor with the Sharonton Floodgate out on the levee. We multiple trips out to DC on that, and they're looking at an estimated completion on that in 2027. So we are busy, and I'm sure I've missed some things here, but my time is up. So, but thank y'all very much, and if y'all have any questions, just let me know.
Thank you, Chairman. Up next, we have Mayor Duval Arthur for the City of Berwick.
I'm not moving out of town. That's just some stuff I got to carry around with me right now. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Duval Arthur, and I'm very proud to be the mayor of Berwick. I would like to start off by saying that we've had $8 million this past year to make improvements in the town of Berwick. I'd like to share those with you. As Lee had mentioned, he had got a $7 million grant. I got a $4 million grant to do the same work that they're going to be doing in Morgan City, we're going to be doing in Berwick. And we're in the design phase right now. And this grant is very, very technical. The second grant we got, it is for gas replacement and gas meters. We got $2 million from DOTD for a drainage grant for a country club. That was completed this past year and it is working so well. The Division of Administration, we got $800,000 for a paving project on 6th Street that was that we got because we were a low-income neighborhood area to make those improvements. Capital outlay, thank you, Senator Allen. We got $600,000 for a sewer system upgrade in the old Berwick area. It's 90% complete. We got all of our roads in Berwick that needed repairs, overlays, were all addressed. We've done all of that, with the exception of the up ramp on the new bridge and the down ramp. That's not my fault. That's the state's fault, and they're getting ready to do some work on it. Capital outlay gave us thank you, Senator Allen, $600,000 for a water meter grant that's 80% complete. Moving right along, we completed a 400 square foot addition at the Brown House that will be used for exhibitions, whether it have exhibits there. We're trying to make that a really nice museum for people to go and learn about Berwick and what was here first. We got new LED lights and dugouts at the Civic Center for the kids' Pony League field. All new lights at the Civic Center. 100% LED, all lights out there. And it was done through a grant. A new roof for the town hall. The town hall was completely, totally renovated. We're very proud of it. We purchased a new 25-foot Caterpillar excavator and a knuckle boom truck. Both of those we use every single day. 3 buildings and property donated to the town from the Heinz Kyle family on the riverfront. One of those buildings is used to store our extra generators and backup generators for sewage and drainage. One's used by the fire department for training, and one is used for open air activities. We got good news that there's going to be an oil well being drilled in Berwick. I don't know whether everybody's heard about it or not, but we're going to have some hearings in the future. We're not just going to let them start drilling. We're going to have hearings to find out if everybody is for that gas well. They say it's going to be one of the largest finds in this area. We've got 10 new pickleball courts. We've got Central Fire Station renovated and all new flooring and repairs. Right now they're working on the roof of the fire station. We're very proud to have given our employees a 3% pay raise in 2005. Talk a little bit about planning and zoning. Building activity is very important to us. We can see this and it makes us grow. Right now, we have 14 new residential homes just have been completed. People already in those homes, they're finished. Under new ones, we have 14 new residential homes that are currently in different stages of construction. We have 5 new residential projects that are waiting on permitting. We have 2 remodel, rehab, homes that's also going on at this time, and 4 manufactured homes that are being delivered into Berwick. Under commercial, we have 3 commercial buildings that are under construction, doing additions and rehabbing some of those buildings. Blighted property, which is always a big problem for every municipality. We have condemned and adjudicated 15 different structures in the town of Berwick. They've all been cleaned down to the ground and ready for sale or for somebody to build on them. Carl Kramer, our planning and zoning director, just completed the CRS course. I don't know if everybody knows what that is, but it's community rating system that is taught by FEMA. Carl completed the program. We're waiting on our grade right now. And what that's going to do is it'll give us the ability to give people with flood insurance a decrease in their rate. The other thing is CBEGS. Now, I guess you're wondering what in the world is that? That's Building Code Effectiveness Grading System. A big, long thing. It's being taught by the Property Insurance Association of Louisiana. It encourages strict building and code enforcement, reducing damage from natural storms like windstorms and hurricanes. Favorable ratings can significantly reduce your insurance cost. So we're just trying to do things to make our town better, save you money, especially with insurance, because insurance costs a lot today. And thank you very much.
Once again, thank you, Mayor Duval Arthur. Up next, we'll have the mayor of the city of Franklin, Mayor Eugene Folkard.
Thank you as always, Holden. Always giving honor to God. Good morning. I'm Mayor Eugene Folkard of the city of Franklin. I'll be as quick as I can, Beth. I'll go through a number of items as quickly as I can. As you know, on Friday, we had our raw water intake pumps that went out on us Friday morning. We worked as expeditiously as possible to get the bypass pump installed so that we can start sending water back into the city. Anything that's man-made eventually goes out. So, we apologize about that inconvenience. And I would also like to thank the St. Mary Parish School Board, Dr. Sanders, for, always being as understanding as we possibly can. But I thank you all for that as well. But phase 2 and the final phase of the Franklin Water Plant rehab has been approved. We approved it ironically on Thursday night, a couple of nights after Fat Tuesday. Then the very next morning, one of the key items in the resolution for capital outlay was our raw water intake pumps, and they went out the very next day. So here we are, but we are moving forward. And this addresses many of our mechanical aspects of our plant. Phase 1, we've already addressed water quality issues with our backwash pump, clarifiers, turbidity meters, and things of that sort, so that we can continue to give a good quality of water into our city. The bid process for Phase 2 will begin on April 4th, so I would also like to thank Senator Allen and State Representative Vinnie St. Blanc. Phase 2 of the Northwest Boulevard Roundabout Project and rehab of Northwest Boulevard on Highway 90 through the railroad track. Phase 3 will include changing of the Northwest Boulevard lighting to include more up-to-date, modern Victoria-style lighting with LED lighting to improve the lighting along Northwest Boulevard as you're coming into Franklin. Again, thanks to Senator Allen and Representative St. Blanc for that. DOTD will begin the Louisiana Transportation Alternatives Grant $536,000 to replace and rehab sidewalks to include ADA compliant ramps along Willow Street, Iberia Street, Main Street, Adams Street, Jackson, and Commercial Street. The upcoming Phase 3 of our demolition grant through CDBG, we have 26 properties across the city. Phase 1 and 2, we've already demolished or rehabbed over 60 structures throughout the city, so we're aggressively addressing blight in our city so that those properties could be repurposed by the landowners or property owners so that they can get those back into commerce. The City of Franklin's Main Street program was one of 6 nationally accredited Main Street programs in the country to receive a $1.6 million Thriving Communities grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation and Development. This grant includes engineering firms, development consulting firms, as well as one of the country's top Main Street consultants. This grant must be utilized within our Main Street district, and it will be used to re-envision our Park sur la Tâche, as well as the rehab work on the boardwalk on the Bayou Tâche to include an open-air stage, so we can create a more user-friendly space as the residents utilize the Pocket Park and Park sur la Tâche in downtown Franklin. Recently, we've completed a major rehabilitation of our parking lot for City Hall for ADA compliance and greater accessibility for our citizens to transverse in and out of City Hall who normally would have issues getting in and out of City Hall. Also, we have a CWEF grant that will be addressing hydrants and water valves throughout the city of Franklin. Our Franklin Design Committee, we've worked with them to remove trees and stumps within our Franklin Cemetery, so that has come along extremely well. We've recently completed the engineering phase of replacement of the bulkhead along Park sur la Tâche. The City of Franklin Merchants Association will be hosting their 5th annual dinner under the lamppost, which turns our beautiful Main Street into a 5-star dining operation. And I would like to thank Chitimacha Tribe, Chief Willie Gaspard, who helps us tremendously with this endeavor. Also, New Orleans Restoration Properties has begun doing the rehab of the old Franklin Foundation Hospital. They originally reached out to Mrs. Beverly DiMaggio back in 2021. She reached out to City Hall, and the rest is history. So we have a number of collaborative entities that helped us along the way. Tash Health, Council on Aging, of course, St. Mary Community Action, and the St. Mary Parish Government, because again, there's no I in team. We work together. It takes teamwork to make the dream work. Very quickly, Saronic has continued to move forward with a $300 million expansion. We welcome Magnet Defense. They have recently acquired Metal Shark. The City Council just recently approved a new subdivision ordinance to address the influx of calls of developers that have come into Franklin to address potential new subdivisions as our city continues to see an increase in economic development. And I've always said as Franklin grows and goes, so does Baldwin, so does all of West St. Mary. So we all will win in the end. We have about 93% occupancy with very few empty spaces along Main Street. Our historic downtown Pocket Park was nationally recognized by the Alliance of Historic Commissions as one of 17 pocket parks across the nation that directly impacted development with a focus on tourism and quality of life. Very briefly, our Franklin, we have our Franklin concert. I would like to invite everyone. We have American Idol Lane Hardy on Friday, March 20th, and that will be filmed at the Tash Theater of Performing Arts by the new LPB channel our LPB program called LE 64, where they're going to be going to all 64 parishes, and that will be done on March 20th, and I would like to thank the Cajun Coast for working with Tiger to make this filming possible here in St. Mary Parish. And last year, my administration created a Film Franklin initiative, and we've been able to draw in some producers and movie stars into our area to do some things. Namely, John Snyder will be coming as a part of the old Dukes of Hazzard repertoire, I believe, and he's also in some of the Tyler Perry films with the Have and the Have-Nots. So again, that is all that I have. I could go on for another 15 minutes, but I'll shut it down. Mayor Grogan told me that's all right. But I do thank all of the mayors and the Chitimacha tribe, because when I was going through the worst of one of my worst days on Friday, they all reached out to me in some way or another, and I deeply, deeply appreciate that. I heard from everybody but our parish president, but I thank God for all of these guys for reaching out, and Senator Allen, as well as State Rep St. Blanc reached out, and Tyrone Glover also reached out to me as well, because we do need to get the task dredged, and we need to start having the locks open to increase a better flow of water coming down the Bayou Tash, because that is where we receive our water source for the city of Franklin. So thank you and God bless.
Once again, we want to thank Mayor Eugene Folkart of the city of Franklin. Up next, I know this guy. His name is Mayor Rodney Grogan for the city of Patterson. Come on up.
Good morning. Roughly a year ago, I stood here with my head bowed down, feeling somewhat out of shame because we were going through some financial issues in the city of Patterson. And, because of all these gentlemen at this table, each one would tell me, man, hold your head up. Hold your head up. We're all having problems. But last year when I walked through the doors, I spoke from Ecclesiastics, and I spoke about seasons, going through different seasons. And so I proudly stand here this morning, and I want Holden to stand, and I want Midge Bushwater to stand. Patterson is resilient. We went through a financial challenge. Our finance department was in a raid, and Holden and Midge took charge. And when I tell you, the doors would never close at City Hall. Only thing that could happen is the state to come in and take over. We were at the point of having trouble paying bills. There were those at the parish level on down that laughed and snickered. But my fellow mayors, they all called and told me exactly what I needed to do and how I needed to do it. Midge and Holden, you can take a seat. And they worked along. They worked along with Monica Mabel, who we had just hired. And right now, it's funny how you go from where your bills can't be paid to where you're paying off loans, and we didn't have to borrow any money. You're paying off loans, and you have money that you're putting aside. Now, it was said that we were broke. We were not broke. There's monies that are set aside that you can't touch, but there were monies in reserve that we had to use to actually take care of outdated infrastructure. And as you have heard, all that are sitting here except the Chitimachas, we all deal with infrastructure problems. And we have been blessed with roughly $8 to $9 million that came in from capital outlay, from grants, and from our U.S. Senator Representative Clay Higgins. We just rehabbed 9 sewer lift stations. Those lift stations have helped us out tremendously. Tyrone Glover was very instrumental with getting us the money. But the money had to come through the parish. And I'm not going to bash the parish, because those that are in leadership right now, they too, they're dealing with issues. And so to get the money from the feds, and it had to come through the parish. So I want to thank Tyrone, and I want to thank Clay Higgins for getting us the money. I want to thank Lee Dragner. Lee is a personal friend with the governor. So with Lee's friendship with the governor, whatever Lee can get besides Duval, because Duval has all of the expert and the years and so forth, he writes his own grants. Burke is you're blessed to have Duval. And we know that he won't be coming back. But the thing about it, he will still be around to help you out. And I know he'll still be around to help me out. He has provided me with much wisdom and knowledge, and I appreciate it. But Lee Dragner, one thing about it, when he was in Baton Rouge, he said, Patterson, Franklin, and Baldwin, don't forget about them. So I want to thank Lee, because, girl, I got more than 2 minutes there now. Because trust me, God has been good to the city of Patterson. And with all that said, the 9 lift stations have been rehabbed and so forth. But these men, along with those that we have in Baton Rouge and so forth, Senator Allen, along with Representative Denny, they've helped us out. Our police department just received $100,000. They're using for cameras, and they're using for vests and other things. We have $100,000 that we will be using for valves. Where I no longer have to shut off the whole city. It just drives me when I have to say we have to shut off the whole city. Then Rachel's calling from the school board. You can't shut off the city till we feed the children and this, that, and the other. It's like, okay, the water has to be shut off. And with all that, we next month they will be putting down 500 new meters, water meters. So do not, Brady, all of you that live south of the Rio, don't call, because your meters are 40 to 50 years old. So they've slowed down. So we're not getting the correct readings. So when we start getting the new readings, you're going to have some high bills, and our revenues are going to increase. So we have our new water meters that will be going down. Our Main Street Fest has tremendously been blessed and so forth. With our water plant, we have $5.3 million that we received in capital outlay. But every time there's a change order, it slows the money down. Every time there's a change order, it slows the money down. But again, I will stand here and say that a year ago, I stood here with my head hung down. But I stand now thanking God and thanking all that prayed for the city of Patterson. Our bills are being paid. We have money that's in the bank. And we are blessed with other revenues coming in. Thank you so very much.
Once again, thank you to the Mayor Grogan, Mayor of the City of Patterson. And last but certainly not least, we have our Mayor of the Town of Baldwin, Mr. Clarence Baffey. Please welcome him at this time.
Now that everyone's asleep, y'all need to stand up or move around a little bit. All right. I'm going to do like Mayor Foucault and start with the bad news first. The Town of Baldwin lost its oldest citizen Sunday morning. She was 106 years old. She was the oldest in Baldwin and in the parish, Ms. Rosie Bro. So I just want to start with that. Okay, let's get on with the good news. Been a busy year. We continue to remove blight through our condemnation court. We continue to work on the sewer system, replacing sewer pumps, and also hardening our infrastructure with generators on our main lift stations. Major repairs to the natural gas distribution system. We repaired the generator, replaced the oven, and replaced the lights at the Baldwin Community Center. Replaced all Main Street signs. I think everyone who passed through Baldwin notices those signs. Special thanks to, of course, Senator Allen and Representative St. Blanc for that, and also to Ms. Stansberry for the hotel motel tax that helped with that from Cajun Coast. Moving into the engineering phase of our $2.6 million railroad crossing elimination grant. Basketball court, construction completed, and we opened it for use at the beginning of January. And if you pass through Baldwin, every time I pass now, I see kids out there playing. They absolutely love it. We reopened the baseball fields and brought back Little League baseball after a 10-year hiatus. We received a fire truck from the city of Broussard, free of charge, which rode in the Mardi Gras parade, and the same day or next day it fought a grass fire, because of the special pump that it had on the back out in the Ashton area. And we received 2 free police units from Chitimacha Tribe of Louisiana. Thank you, Ms. Darden. And received 2 free police units from the Lafayette Sheriff's Department. Received 2 free police units from the city of Youngsville. And we equipped all police units with in-car recording cameras, which has helped a lot in our court. We also equipped all police officers with body cams. And on Friday the 13th, I received a call from an engineering firm in New Orleans saying, hey, it's Friday the 13th, but I actually have good news. You've been awarded a $1.1 million TAP grant. And that's to do a sidewalk bicycle trail from Main Street at the red light to our park. And that's something we've been working on. It takes years for this stuff to come through. A lot of this stuff I started on 3 years ago, and it's just now coming to fruition. Upcoming, we're going to be rehabbing the Baldwin boat landing. Now that we inherited it from the parish because they didn't want to do anything with it. Main sewer lift station generators, and rehabbing the police station, and we're also going to redo the kiddie park in Baldwin. That's upcoming. If I leave someone out, I apologize. I want to thank the First Lady, who's also on the board of the Chamber, Baldwin Board of Aldermen, Senator Robert Allen, Ms. Laura Meadows, Representative Vincent St. Blanc, Sheila Jones, also all the mayors in the parish and those outside of the parish that have assisted the town of Baldwin. I want to thank Mr. Tyrone Glover. Want to thank Chairman Darden and thank the Cajun Coast Tourism. If I forgot you, I apologize. But you know who you are, and I'm sure I'll thank you in person. Also, town of Baldwin is very proud. We made the cover of Louisiana Municipal Review. Through the LMA. And I won't go through all the personal stuff that I've done in the last year, been appointed to and elected to several boards, which has helped to bring stuff to Baldwin and just to talk to the right people that can do stuff for you. But I appreciate everyone. Thank y'all very much. I was actually under my time. Thank you very much.
Once again, we want to thank Mayor Clarence Vapper, representing the town of Baldwin. San Mayor Parish Economic Development Director Evan Bujo could not make it today, but he does send his regards. At this time, we will allow for questions. So if anyone in the audience has a question, I ask that you please stand and wait for our President, Beth, to come to you with the microphone. Oh, she doesn't have a microphone. So you're just going to have to use your outside voices, people. So if anybody has a question at this time for any of our mayors. Anyone?
Where's the concert being held again?
At Tash Theater.
So there'll be a limited number of tickets.
Yeah, there'll be a limited number of tickets, and I know Tiger, once they go out on sale, they will be sold rather quickly because Lane Hardy is a pretty good draw, and we're very excited to do that in conjunction with the new LA 64 operation that's through LPB. So we're looking forward to that. So, but yeah, they will go out. I guess Tiger will be having something that will be released on when they will go out, right?
Yes, sir, very soon.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Any other questions?
Just want to make a quick comment. I think it's so heartwarming to see all of you working so well together, being so complimentary of one another and just helping one another whenever you're in need. I think that's awesome.
Anyone else? All righty. Well, on behalf of the chamber, I want to thank you all for joining us today and providing us with some updates. I appreciate your leadership in this community. And before we conclude, I will turn it over to our president, Belshazzar, to provide you with a few updates and to close us out.
Just gonna hold it. Good morning, everyone. Miss Cindy actually took the words out of my mouth. That is something I wanted to get a round of applause for these guys and lady for working together and really setting a great example on how leadership should look. Thank you again for taking your time out to have breakfast with us this morning and your continued support of the Chamber. Special thanks, of course, to our elite sponsors, the Chitimacha Tribe of Louisiana, Ochsner St. Mary, and Senator Robert Island. Thank you, of course, mayors, chairmen, for joining us today and all of your hard work through your tenures and bringing our parish forward. On that note, I do want to say that this year will be a big year election-wise for St. Mary Parish. So be on the lookout for information coming out from our offices as well as the parish offices, state offices on those elections. Stay informed, be in the know. We'll be hosting forums in the fall for certain elections. We have March event calendars up in the front to your left when you're exiting. You can take one when you go. March is a busy month. Every Saturday has at least 8 different things you can do across the parish. If any events on that calendar have been missed and you would like for them to be included, please let us know and I can add it to our digital calendar that will be posted on social media likely this afternoon. For the Chamber, our upcoming events are as follows. On March 25th, we will welcome Interim Superintendent Dr. Rachel Sanders as our guest speaker here at the Petroleum Club in Morgan City. On April 25th, we will host our inaugural Her Majesty Women's Empowerment Brunch at the Old Building in Berwick. Advertising will be going out this week and registration will open. There will be a limited number of tickets available for that event, so be sure if you want to attend to register early. You will also begin seeing, yes, it's early, but you'll begin seeing sponsorship opportunities and auction donation asks for our annual education steak dinner and auction through social media, email, and our quarterly mail out. Save the date for that event. It will be taking place at Patterson Civic Center on June 26th, and that is how we raise the funds to be able to give out $9,000 in scholarships to students in the parish annually. There are also business after hours and lunch and learn educational opportunities in the works, so be on the lookout for information on those. Be sure to follow our Chamber Facebook page and subscribe to our weekly newsletters that come out on Mondays and Thursdays. For any and all updates around the parish that we are informed about, please reach out to our office if you have any questions, if we can help you in any way, or to RSVP to our upcoming events. And I also, before I close, want to thank everyone for the support for our annual banquet, which took place in January. This is the fastest that we sold out. We had to cut off ticket sales within a month. So thank you for that support. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you for joining us and honoring those of the year recipients. That is all I have for today. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.